Hey everybody, this episode of Our Kids Play Hockey is brought to you by our title sponsor, NHL Sense Arena. Look, we all want our kids to succeed in hockey, but let's face it, finding training that's both effective and enjoyable can be a real challenge, and not to mention expensive and a total drain on time, especially if you have to drive to the rink, pay a private instructor. There's so many reasons that money gets spent on this game. But that's where NHL Sense Arena steps in. It's a virtual reality training game that brings the rink into your home that takes off-ice training to a new reality. It's designed to improve hockey sense and IQ, something that's lacking majorly in the game today for both players and goalies. And you get unlimited access to over 100 drills and training plans from top coaches and players that can be played anytime, anywhere, with drills approved by USA Hockey player and goalie development directors. Look, improving mental hockey skills at home has really never been more fun, and any hockey player that uses this is going to have a blast, all right? I've used this before on my own, and it feels like you're so immersed in an arena, you sometimes forget you have a headset on. And again, it's not being on the ice, but it allows you to work on some of these skill sets like scanning, as I said before, hockey IQ, looking around the rink, making the right plays, that getting those repetitions in now as a hockey player are super important for your development. So NHL Sense Arena is giving all the listeners an exclusive offer for $50 off an annual plan when you use our code HOCKEYNEVERSTOPS at checkout. Again, that's Hockey Never Stops. All you got to do is go to hockey.sensearena.com. Again, that's hockey.sensearena.com. Use the code HOCKEYNEVERSTOPS, and you'll save $50 on your annual plan of NHL Sense Arena. Make sure to check that out and enjoy this episode of Our Kids Play Hockey. Hello, hockey skaters and goalies around the world, and welcome to another edition of The Ride to the Rink. Today, we have the Goalie Doctors on, Matt Tendler and Mitch Harris, to discuss with us for a few minutes about the importance of supporting your goalie when they're having a good game or when they're having a bad game. Take it away, guys. Speaking directly to youth hockey players, what is the best way to respond to a goaltender who's having a great game or a goalie who's having a bad game?
You should kind of treat them the same way, right? Just like anything else. You know, if they're doing well, give them a tap on the pads, give them some encouragement. If they're not doing as well, give them a tap on the pads and give them some encouragement, right? Because ultimately, at the end of the day, the job's going to stay the same. And whether or not you're stopping pucks or you're not, it's not about what has happened. It's what is going to happen. What is next, right? And we need that next save. We need that next stop. So as a teammate, you're trying to help, I would say, propel your teammate, your goaltender, to make that next save. And I don't know about anybody else, but whenever I get someone telling me all the things that I've done wrong or all the mistakes that I've made, it's hard for me to focus on what's coming next instead of, hey, we got you, we got this, we're going to pull you out, make that next save, we're coming back. Anything that is positive, anything that can be deemed as encouragement, I think is the perfect way to do it.
Yeah, I think Matt hit the nail on the head. Especially when the goalie's having a tough day, it's go over, give him a pat on the pads, and basically say, "We got the next one. Don't worry about it. We'll get that one back for you. It's not a big deal." Keep it simple though. It's not like, "Oh, you should have done this. You should have done that." Like I said, keep it really, really simple. When a goalie's playing well, I'm actually a little bit on the opposite side. Give him a pat on the tap on the pads and let him be. Like, he's kind of in his own. Just kind of let him do his thing and let ride out the game, and then you can celebrate after them when the game's over.
We talked about what the teammates can do for the goalie, but it's also important for what the goalie can do for himself, right? And Mitch, I used to tell myself, stick down, gloves up, play, have fun. And Mitch has a similar saying, right? So, and sometimes goalies just need that short little mantra, where that, the affirmation statement where you can tell yourself, in a hard time, like, this is what you need to do to reset the brain and get back to it. I let up a bad goal. What I would use to skateboard to board, get back to my net, stick down, gloves up, let's go have some fun and let's get back to work. And that was a good way for me just to kind of reset my mind and reset my, my process. But it does help when you have good supportive teammates that are going to come up to you, tap on the pad and say, "I got the next one for you. We'll get you, we'll bail you out." That's always helpful too.
All right, that's going to do it for this edition of The Ride to the Rink. Make sure you listen to our full show, Our Kids Play Hockey or Our Kids Play Goalie. You can listen to those wherever podcasts can be heard. But we want to thank you so much for listening to this Ride to the Rink. Go out there, have a great day, and skate on.